Welcome to my YouTube channels. In this video we are going to learn about how to create a button in Angular, and in those button if you click it will perform some action and redirect to the another page, and in another page you can read the data from the database and show the data on this page. So we are going to handle these things in this video. So actually I'm going to develop one here in this place. I'm going to develop one action. It means update action. For example, you want to update this particular record. Okay, you want to update this one particular record. So for every records I'm going to put one update button and one delete button. So one by one I will cover each and everything, but right now in this video we are going to learn like how to put here one update button, and if you click on those button you can redirect to the one another component called update student component. So let's start now. Okay, so for this we have to develop some Angular configurations. So like first I am going to develop those buttons so you can see, and once I click on the button so you can redirect to those page. Okay, let's see. So first of all, for example, we can see all those data whatever you are you can see here in this page. So these are the page like SID, student name, student email, student phone numbers. So like that I'm going to take one more column called action column, and those action inside this I'm going to develop one update button. Okay, so it's a very easy, not a big task. So here you can see a student phone number. Copy this one and just paste it, and just change the name student number to action, SCTI A1 action. Just go to the browser, you can see one action column is created. That's it. Okay, but one action is created, you want some data also. What you can do it? So go to this page, and you already mentioned those things. So go here, and here you have to develop one more tab, and inside this tab you have to put two things. So first I will create one update button only. So button, close, this one is a button. I want to give the name for this update is a button. I want to give the class name. So class is nothing but btn hyphen info. Yeah, primary, anything you can take. So I will take info. Go to your application, and you can see update button is created for each and every record. If you click it will not work because you not implemented. So let's go inside this and learn about it in depth. Okay, so first I have created one button and I put it in this browsers. Next, what you have to do, you have to perform the action when you click in this button. No problem, you can do it. How you can do it? You in Angular you have a one event called click, CLICK. Click equal to in double quote whatever you write. I mean whatever you are going to write, it will do work for you. So it will whatever you method, you have to give the here method name. So method name will call based on this component ts file and display the component. Okay, answer. So for example I want to put like update student method I am going to create, and in this method I am going to pass student dot sid. That's it. So student.sid is a one of the method, Whenever you click on this, it will work. Okay, so go to this student list component based on the component file, ts file, and inside the ts file create one method. Method name should be same like whatever you give in that place, and here you can declare the method, and you have to pass like sid colon is nothing but number, so you can receive the number right now. Done. So whatever data you pass based on this HTML file student.sid, you have already student.sid, you read this data, this particular id, and based on this id you can send those methods, you can send the instruction to this method, and this method is capable to receive number, it will receive. Okay, and once it is received, it will do two things. It will pass your data to another component. Yeah, you can say, you can, if you have another component, so you can call directly, or you can do with the help of the router also. So right now I'm going to take the help of router. So just here you can write one console.log, and just you want to check if we are getting SID or not. Okay, that's it. Save this. Once you save this, go to your browser here, and Control Shift I. Once you press Control Shift I, you can able to see the console, whatever the action is going to perform. Clear this. Through this you can clear all the console, and for example this student ID is 2. If you click update, it will display 2. If you click this one student, it will display ID 56. It means it is working. Very good. Next what you have to do, you have to pass this ID to the one router. How you can pass it? Very simple. Before going to pass, you have to do two things. Okay, so take the help of the router. So we have a one router, so route this dot router dot navigate where this dot router dot navigate of array where you have to navigate. You can do two things, like you can here pass update student, and then after you can pass comma SID. Okay, because you already have SID. So once you call this, it will go to the navigate. It means it will go to the app.routing.modules place. So copy these things. Okay, copy this one, and first create one what we call, first create one model. It means take one more help, new terminals. So this is the new terminals, and you can just write ng is a Angular, and generate component and component name. So update student. Once you click it, it will generate for you some component 4 file for this, and you can do the work on that. Very simple. But make sure your system is connected with internet. Okay. After then we are going to develop those component, how to display the data and how to you can edit it. So those things I will cover in this video. Generate component, ngc c component update student. Okay, it will do. Okay, once it is done, your component is created. you have to go in the app.routing.modules, and here you have to specify one more path. One more path is nothing but like see this student component is created, update student component, create student list, update student. Here you can see update student component is created. So then after go to this router, click on this, paste here, and in this place you have to write these things, not these things. Okay, here you have to pass update student. Update student list means whatever you passed in this parameter, like update student. So go to this place. List of student, no, whatever you passing here, this one, update student name. Go to this place. Inside this router you have to specify which path you have to redirect. Give this path, update student, update student, student slash colon SID. That's it. Once you give this one, you have to specify the component name, so you have to update this one. So just write update student, update student component. Okay, save it, and once you save it, you can test also. So go to your application, it's saying right now failed. Okay, no problem, something is error, you can say. Okay, update student component, student, update student. Okay, take this one and replace in student list.ts file. Update student, once it is called, you have to redirect to the router, and once you go to the router, again you have to redirect. Okay, for example, in create student.ts we have a one router. This is a router, router.navigate single cut slash students, like that you have to do. Okay, so in list of students also you have to redirect. So go to student.list of student.ts, read the SID numbers and pass this add SID. Here take single quote. Single quote. So actually there is no issue in this code, but actually cookies problem is happen, so I just remove this one. Again I stop this our application, again I off this, then it's working fine. Okay, so you don't need to worry about it, it's very simple. Okay, so once I go to the browsers, and you can see because this is the path, and we are right now in this path. Once you click in this update button, you can go to this page. Okay, page name is called list of students, so it will work as we expected. Okay, but right now one more problem is there. So if you go to this base URL only, and if you hit enter, you can see this data only. I don't want like that. I want, like, if you hit this one, we want to display this page by default. So for this I am going to configure one more path. How you can do it? Go to f.routing.modules, or here copy one more and just paste it, and give here only slash, and student list component. Call this student list component for this. That's it. Now even if you go to the base URL, go and refresh it, what will happen? Path, save it, path colon slash अगर हो, nothing will be there, so redirect to this page. If you don't have any path, okay, maybe remove this one. Okay, without any path, student list component, yeah, student component. By default this page, and once you click it, you go to the student list component also. Okay, now you go to this page, you can see by default this page. Hit this, you can see this one. If you create on this page, you can go to students, you can come back, you can do whatever you want. Okay, so it's very simple to manage it. Okay, next what you have to learn, like if you click this place, you are going to update student work. This is one of the another component we are displaying here, and I hope you already understood like what I am doing before. I have created one button, and I have make this button as a click event. Once you click on this button, you can redirect to this routers, and this router is able to call this component student update student component. Update student component, you can see only one thing is there, update student work. So because of this you are seeing these things, but I don't want these things. I want to see the form, and in this form we can fill the data, and you can display the update those data also. So before going to update the data, I have to do two things. One thing is, first read the ID, and based on the ID fetch the data from the server and show in this component. Once you show this in component, and then after tell to the user to edit based on your requirement. Previous is this one. If you want to change, you can change it, and you can update it. That's it. Okay, so fine. So for this, what we have to require, you have to create one form. So remove this one. Okay, and we have already one form called create a student. So this data you can reuse in your update student also. So go to the update students.html file, and whatever you have copy, just paste it. So add the template of the component update student component. Okay, go to this place and create a student component, copy, Control A, Control C, and come to the update student.component.html file and paste here. Just paste one times, and then after you have to do change based on your requirement. So for example, if you right now see, so in a student HTML file, you created something like add a student form. Just make it a small so you can see everything. Okay, you have written add student form. I will told update student form. Yeah, update student. Update a student. And inside this I have created one method called add a student data. So I will update this one like update student data. Update student data, and this method should be, must be, not should be, created on your update.student.components file. Make sure. Then only you can fetch the data and you can see the data. Okay, done. So you have created one update student data. And one more things, like in this form we are reading one data called one student data. So you have to create one student object. So student equal to new student. Okay, so I have created one more object here. And one more things, when router this router will call, it will pass one SID to this update student component. So this ID also I have to receive and store in update student component.ts file. So for this I am going to create one more variables, and variable name is called SID not declared equal to number, so that we are not getting any error. Not ID colon equal to not colon. Okay, done. Our form is also ready for like this one, update student component form. If you want to see, you can change one more things here. Submit equal to primary but not register update student. Update student. Go to your application in your browsers and click any on any of the update button. You can see the form update student SID, SNAME, email, phone numbers. But this is a blank form. Update form, it means it's not a blank, it should be some data, because you already have some data you have to populate here in this text box, and once user is modify based on requirement, you have to store those data in database again. So those things you can, how you can do it, it's a very simple way to do it, but you need to understood how you can do it. Okay, so right now you can see all those forms are the blank, but I don't want blank, I want some data here also. How can I do it? Very simple. Simple, it means go to your this update student component.ts file. Okay, inside the TS file, whatever router will send one SID number, you have to receive it. And once you receive, for example, he sent one ID to you and you want to store SID in this place. So where you get this ID, you can get those ID here, but for you are receiving the through the router or URL. So for this you want, what you want, you want some like you can say you want router, active router, like that things, then you can do it. So for example, I want one active router, so private active router equal to activated router. So this is the one of the things. So here you can do like this dot sid equal to this dot active router noxative activated या active router कह सकते हो. So this dot active router dot snapshot dot params, and inside the params you can pass, I think you can pass like that only, in single quote sid, and read the data. Once you read it, you can do console also, and you can print console.log of sid. That's it. Okay, done. So check you are getting here sid or not, because you send this sid through this param. Which param? Inside the app.component.router, this one sid you send it. Where you send this one? With a student list component. Here you send it this id, this one id. Where you get this id? You get those id through this method update student. Where you call this update student? Inside the list of the students, this method you called. Because of this you got the sid number. Let's see what will happen. So go to your this application, go to a student, control shift I, remove this one unwanted things, click on any update button. You can see 2 times id. It means one is in a student list component and one is the update student component. So we are displaying this 2 times. Okay, no problem. Now based on the id you have to get data from the server. Okay, so for this you have to do some work. So go to the updatestudent.ts file, and you already have a sid. So if you already have a sid, you want to read data from the server, then what you can do it, you have to create one more service classes. You already created, I think. So go to this place, and here private student service equal to student service. So you have created one student service. Through this student service you can call here, you can call this method student service here. Inside this on into only, so you can call this dot student service dot get student by id. Okay, get student by id dot subscribe of data, whatever data those are send, whatever data those are going to send, you have to store those data in this dot student equal to data. But right now you have not created this method. So quick fix, declare a method in getStudent by id. Yeah, so call this method and also pass here sid. So sid, once you pass here getStudent by id, pass this id and go to the student service.ts file. Inside this file you can see one method called getStudent by id. So go to the down, paste it, getStudent by id. Here you don't want to throw anything. Okay, here just receive one sid is nothing but one number. Receive this. Here you have to subscribe, no, observe, yeah, observable, which type of the data you are going to send or which type of the data you are going to receive. So just receiving whatever data will send the API, those things you have to mention here. So a student type of object I want. Okay, and here you can see like return, we have to return this dot http client dot get method you have to call, and inside the get method you can specify student type of the data you want, and inside this you can give this one quote, and inside this one quote you can specify dollar, and inside the dollar you can give the path. What is the path? You can give the path this dot base URL, and then after slash one more dollar, one more open bracket or SID. Pass this one, close this one. That's it. But right now this method is not available in server side, where whatever API you called, so those section also you have to do it. So go to your API. Okay, so this one is already running on, so I will create one more method like public student get student by id, or get student by id, then after open this one, and here I will receive one SID. So how can I receive this one? This one is a get method. So get mapping I will specify. Inside the get mapping I will specify the base URL is student, and then after I will specify one SID with query, and I will receive those data with the query param, a path variable. So receive the data with path variables, give the name called SID, and int SID. Once you give this one, call the repository. So student repo, dot find by id. Okay, find by id, or here you can pass sid dot get. It will return optional object. So in this optional, if you call get, it will return your actual object and just return this statement. So return, that's it. It will do work for you, no need to do anything. Okay, done. As of now I have done these things, and go to your application, you click any of this, you are not able to populate the data. Okay, fine, maybe some problem is occurred. Okay, so what we have to do is you have to do like whenever you read the data in our file, you are returning the HTTP client, return the base URL, SID you are calling. This is the get method. SID. SID, okay, fine. ID, a number, anything you can say. Where you are doing work. SID, get standby ID. Fine. So you have maintained this one, student slash SID. Yeah, fine, no problem. Now you have to see the request what you got right now. So here you have to just write console.log and print here SID you are getting or not. Once you getting, go to this place where you call this update student component, and update student component .ts file, check whatever data you got. So console dot log, what is the data, student, check it like that. Okay, I hope you understood. So these are the things we need to cover. Okay, so just go to your application once, and once you go to your application, see this, click on any one Alok, and you can see ID is 1, name is Alok, ak@gmail.com, and 87, this one is the number. So you are able to populate the data in this checkbox. If you click on this update, you can see these details. So whatever students you want to update, you can update it through this one.